Hey guys, just making a few little adjustments here. And we'll see how we're fitting in. I think we're doing good. Welcome. Welcome to class today. Gotta make sure we're fitting in here all right. Perfect. Okay. Let's see. What are we doing? Upper body blast today. So we are doing a heavy strength upper body day. You will need a whole bunch of different sizes of weights. Per usual, from heavy to light. So you do need at least one pair of dumbbells that is pretty light, like 5s. And then I've got lots of options today because we're gonna be working lots of muscle groups in our upper body. So basically what I've got is my low end is 5s, and I've got, increments all the way up to 15. So I've got 5, 8, 10, 12s, and 15s. So gather a bunch of weights and then some loop bands. I still haven't decided what we're going to do with the loop bands yet. Have some options in my mind. So I've got my pile of loop bands, whatever you've got. And then we're using an angled bench today. You do not have to have this angled bench set up to do class. But if you have a step, I've got 4 risers on one end of my step, so it's an angle, right? Or if you have like an upright angled bench, that will work too. If you do not have an angled bench at all, cool. Get a regular bench or nothing at all. You'll still be fine. One little, pro tip, you guys probably don't even need this, but the grooves on the benches hurt my back or my arms or whatever a lot of times. So I've got an extra mat behind here that I'll probably throw on top, all right? So that's what you need. I'm gonna give you a second to get that stuff set up because it is a little tiny bit of setup this morning. So get your angled bench if you have it. Again, don't stress if you do not have an angled bench set up. I'm just using a step and my risers on the one end. Today, risers, I'm trying 4. I think it's gonna stay put though. So set up an angled bench if you've got it. If you've got like a regular, angled bench or seat, that'll work too. Get a whole bunch of different weights and some loop bands. Water, mats, all the regular stuff, and music if you want to listen to music. All right. Shall we get started? I can see from back here, Jody and Courtney, welcome. And I can see we've got a few other people checking in. So we'll chat at the end of class, but we're gonna get going. So let's start somewhere in the middle. We're gonna do some compound moves to get everything warmed up. I'm gonna start out nice and easy. See how I feel this morning with 8s, all right? So we're gonna start in a hammer curl position. We're gonna do a hammer curl and then a bent arm side raise. Follow along, all right? All the way up, halfway down. Then you gotta go down and up. Down, up, halfway, okay? Down, up, halfway back. You gotta think about this one a little bit, at least I do. Warming up those biceps. For now, I want you going down, all the way up, and then back to 90 before we go out, okay? Down, up, 90, and then we're out to the sides. Today is always one of my favorite days. Not only is it Friday, but I always really like a good arm day. Down, up, 90 degrees, out. We're gonna do 5 more, and then we're gonna cut this curl down a bit. I'll show you what I mean. 4 more. We've got 3. 2. Last one, I want you to hold it here, and now we're just gonna curl from this 90-degree position. Everything else will stay the same, okay? So you're gonna curl up, back to 90, out. Up, back to 90. Now we don't have to think so much, right? Plus, our biceps are working the whole time. Starting to get fairly uncomfortable by now. If not, you've got a little bit of a light weight for you. Not the end of the world, but kind of file that away. I'll give you an opportunity to change it if you need in just a second. 4. It should be getting a little tough. 3. 2. And 1. And out. All right, we're gonna straighten our arms if I can. And then we're gonna go just to the hammer curl. If you felt like you could have done way more than what we just did, you need a heavier weight, okay? Or you can step down if you need. Just the hammer curl, let's do it. Up. Full hammer curl for, 5? Let's do that. Because I got a few extra things in store for you too. 4, 3, 2, last one, hold it at 90 degrees. We're going out and back. Just kind of pivot from those elbows. Keep it at a 90-degree angle, and we'll do, 8, 7, and then we're just gonna do that half curl. 6, 5, so those biceps should be getting a little burny right now. 3, 2, last one, hold it right out here. We're going up, stop at 90. We've got 10 of these, and then we'll straighten our arms, all right? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set it down. Now, again, I want to give you opportunities to switch up your weights if you need. This is your workout. We're going to do similar. I'm going to stick with my same. This one is an outward curl and then around the world overhead. All right? I think 8s are going to do it for me. You can always switch in the middle. Don't be afraid to do that. I'll remind you of that. Excuse me, I've got to clear my throat in the morning. Always. All right, the curl first. We're going to curl out like so, and then we're going up and over. Outward curl, we're angled out. Up and over. We do 10. Yes, we can. Let's do 10. And 9. 8. It's that around the world overhead that's kicking my butt right now. 7. 6. We're gonna get a little bit of everything this morning. 5. 4. Not a lot of triceps, actually. We did try a lot of triceps earlier in the week. So not everything, I lied. 3. Though we have some compound movements that might make your triceps sore anyways. 2. Last one. Up and around, and we're gonna stick with just the outward curl. Up and around. So palms are facing forward. You're kind of curling up to your shoulders or pretty close. We've got 12 right here. 12, 11, 10. When we get to our last 10, if you're not starting to get pretty uncomfortable with those curls, that's just a good indication that your weight's too light. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, repetitions here, last one. So we're not in that place that we're maxing out. You're gonna be using a little bit of a lighter weight than I know you can because we're doing a whole bunch of reps. But by now we've gone through several sets with lots of repetitions. You should be starting to get a feel for where you need to be at, weight-wise, to be feeling it by the end. So we're gonna go back to a higher repetition curl. This time instead of angle out, we're angling in. So put your weights together, all right? You can lean forward slightly so you got a little more range of motion. We're coming up. So more repetitions, a little bit lighter weight. I'm feeling good with the 8s. Getting myself to a place of feeling fairly uncomfortable with these high repetitions. So right where I need to be, except for right now my thumb is cramping. Weird, go figure, huh? Okay, we're gonna do 12, 11, 10, 9, control it on the way down, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it in that upward position, bring it to 90 degrees. We're going out and back. Perfect. All right, we're gonna do 10, and then we'll do just the top half of this curl real quick, and then you can straighten your arms, all right? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, put them together, just the top half curl, stop at 90, all right? I really want you to pay attention to these angles, and you're most likely gonna feel this curl a little more on the way down, okay? Kind of odd. 12, 11, 10, and 9, 8, come all the way down to 90 degrees, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, I'm gonna try to straighten my arms. I'm gonna let you set your weights down just for a second, shake it out. I wanna throw in one final around the world for shoulders. Higher repetitions still, so if you feel like you've been about to failure at the end of each one of these compound sets, you're in the right place. If not, go up. If it's been too much, go down. We're just gonna do, I don't know, see how many we can do. At least 15, I'm thinking. I might regret saying that. Okay, here we go. Little bend in the elbow, palms to me. We're going up and overhead. Here we go, up and over. Up and over. Breathe through it. All right, we're on our final 10. 10. I think 15 was just about right for me. 6 more. 6. Oh, I'm starting to struggle. Here we go. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. 1. We're gonna put them down. Mostly because I have to stretch out my thumb. How random is that? Just this thumb is cramping. Okay, I want to get a little bit of shoulder work for the front of our shoulders before we move on to something else. So we're gonna do a pyramid front raise. There's several different ways to do this. Today, we're just gonna draw a pyramid or a triangle. So weights are gonna be at your sides. They're gonna come to a point at chest level or just above. Still, higher repetitions, lower weight. All right. You ready to give it a try? Let's do it. Up. This is one of those moves that The tendency is to swing from your hips like this. Don't, okay? You need to have a light enough weight that you can bring those weights up to chest level with control. Heavy enough that it's tough, but light enough that you can do it without swinging, and we're gonna do 10 more. 10, control. 9, 8, 6, whoo, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. 1, beautiful. Set those weights down. All right, now don't worry, I got more shoulder stuff, especially for the front of those shoulders when we come down on our bench. And the stuff that we're gonna do, I feel like is even more effective than the standing front raise. So if you're like, no, I need more, don't worry. Okay, but before we get into that, we're gonna throw in a set of push-ups. You can kind of do your push-ups how you want. I just want as many push-ups as you can do. I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna do them. You guys know many options. Here's what I have been preferring lately. I'm gonna do them from my knees, and I'm gonna do them on weights, holding them. I like the range of motion and the wrist placement for that. You don't have to do it that way. Again, this is your workout, and you guys are getting to know yourself so good that I want to give you lots of your own options. So you can do a full push-up. You can do it on weights if you prefer it that way. You can do it on the ground if you want. You can do your push-ups from your knees. The push-ups are your own. I just want you to do as many as you can do. So crank them out as fast as you can go until you can't do anymore. You ready? I'm gonna walk out here and get going. Here we go. Down and up. So what is also your own, I'm going to do as many as I can do. If you need to stop before me, great. If you need to keep going after me, then keep going. I think I've got 15 in me right here, maybe. 14. I'm slipping. 13. 12. I like this deeper range of motion here with the weights. 11. I can take my chest down lower, and I feel it in the tops of my shoulders more, which I like. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And 1. That was about all I could do. Nice job. All right, we're gonna stay down here on our knees. We're gonna start to go up in weight, lower repetitions. We haven't done this one in a while. We're gonna do a kneeling, one arm side raise. So I want you to set up like this. We're gonna raise in this side. About 12, I want you to choose a weight that 12 is gonna be all you can do. Try 12s. I got them right here anyways. All right, nice and tall. You can hold here if you need. Brace yourself. Ready? Let's go. Up with control. 12. 10. 8. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Put it down. If your knees are bugging you, get off your knees for just a second. Same arm. We're going to do a one-arm overhead press in this position, and then we'll switch to the other side. I think I can do a heavier weight with the overhead press. So I think I'm going to try 15. All right, ready? Same setup. Help that guy up. Follow along. Press. Okay. We've got 15. Oh, this is going to be tough. I can already tell. 13. Ugh. 10. I might have to step down. Let's see. 9. 8. I got to step down to a 12. Keep going if you can. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Holy moly. All right, check it out. Other side. Got to get myself geared up to do that exact same thing on the other side. Side raise with the 12. Other leg forward. Nice strong core. Because when you raise out to the side, it's going to throw you off balance. Ready? Let's go. 12. 10. 8. 6. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Okay. I started out with a 15. Help that weight up. All right, here we go. Up. We're doing 15. We are on 12. 10. 9. 6. 5. Can I do it? Let's see. 4. 3. 1. Oh my gosh. Well, look at that. I surprised myself on that side. Okay, catch your breath. We're going to do one more set of push-ups while we're here, and then we're going to move on to some of the stuff on our bench, which I'm really excited to show you. Okay, push-ups are your own. Make it work for you. I felt good about my count for 15, so I'm going to count us out for 15. Really doesn't mean a whole lot to you for this. Just do as many as you can do, as fast as you can go. I'm stalling again. I do that a lot in class. Let's get it done. I don't want to do it. My arms are too tired. Ready, down. 15. 12. 10. 8. 6. 4. 3. 2. Last one. And 1. Okay, we're going to be using our bench, angled bench. If you don't have an angled bench, you have a flat bench, you can use that. If you don't have either, you'll just do all this stuff lying on the ground, okay? I'm going to slip my mat on here. See how that works. And so we're going to get on the bench. We've got one set before we get on the bench. So the first set, before we get on the bench, sorry, I got y'all excited. We're just gonna do a seated on the ground curl, one of my favorite versions. Low repetitions, higher weight. I think I can do 12s. Sitting down and taking away the use of your legs does make a big difference, so be aware of that. Palms out, legs out in front, sit up nice and straight. Once we start curling, don't rest your hands on the ground. You ready? Here we go. Curl. You can touch the ground, just don't rest your weights there. Don't take that rest. All right, 12, 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set them down, catch your breath. We're gonna do one more set of hammer curls. This gives you the opportunity to switch weight if you feel like you need to, okay? All right, same position. Hammer curl position. Your hands are gonna be coming out in front of you a little bit more than out to the side like this. Still want you to brace your elbows against your sides. Ready, let's go. You got 12. 12 should be a challenge. Make sure you're there with your weight. 12, 11, 10, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Now, we need to have a bunch of weights over here. I already mentioned that, and then I did a different move. So I'm gonna lug a few of these guys this direction. I've got some heavy ones and some lighter ones because we're gonna be using both. But we're just gonna stick with some curls. So this version of a curl on the angled bench I love. If you don't have an angled bench for this one, do it just standing up, okay? You don't want to be lying down on the ground for this curl flat. I think I'm gonna stick with my 12s and on the ground or higher and kind of just sit on your heels if that's more comfortable to you. I think I'm gonna go here. Then you're gonna grab your weights. We're gonna start in a hammer position. Your elbows are kind of back behind your body. This gives us a slightly different range of motion. You can pinch your elbows in close to your bench. Try to keep them in one spot. You're gonna curl up and up. Find an angle that works for you. I'm angled outward slightly. It's okay if your weights hit the ground, but don't let them rest there. We're gonna do 15. You need to have a weight that'll challenge you at 15. We're already at 13. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and rest. Now, if you don't have an angled bench and you did that set from standing, now I want you to lie down on your ground, on your floor. We're gonna do a chest press. So I'm gonna stick with the same weight, just a traditional press, elbows out. Again, start pressing. You can set your backside on the ground if you've got an angled step like me, or you can sit on your heels like I am doing. It's just kind of whatever feels most comfortable to you. We're gonna do 15, get a feel for the weight you have, okay? 14, is it too light? Because we're gonna do some more sets. 12, 11, I can normally press more than I can curl. So even though I don't want to, I may be going up in weight for our second set. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, last one. And one. All right, I'm gonna put the weights together and set them down. Now, we've got kind of these chest sets where I want you to get a feel for the weight you have. I want you to know where you're at when we go to the second set. So that was a press. We're gonna do a chest fly. I'm gonna stick with my 12s because switch weight if you feel like you need to, and after this set, you'll know, okay? Bring it up. I want those weights right above your chest. You're gonna open and close. We've got 15, keep them at chest level. 4, close. We've got 15, keep them at chest level. 12. 10. 9. 8. 7. 5. Woo! 4. 3. 2. Woo! Last one. 1. I'm going to bring it down and set it down. Okay. Now for a second, we're going to sit up. We're going to go through a similar, some similar sets. So here's what I learned from this one. I can press more than 12s. So I'm going to get my 15s nearby because that's what I'm going to need to use for that. I think the 12s are good for the fly. The 12s were good for my curl. So we're doing all 3 of those sets again. Kind of figure out where you think you need to be. The first one is the curl. If you don't have the angled bench, do these standing, okay? All right, here we go. Let's see. I think I like to be up a little bit higher, so I'm gonna go here. And this time, now that I got all these ready, instead of a hammer curl, we're gonna do a traditional curl position. Ready? Let's go. So I'm angled out slightly. Keep going. My 5s are in the way. Get out of here. All right. We're going to go with 15, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Guys, down. Now, the chest press. I think I can do my 15s. We're gonna give it a go with just the press. So get set up with where you think you are. You can lie down flat on the ground if you don't have an angled bench for this. 15, ready? Let's do it. Up. 15. 12. 10. 8. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. 1. Bring them together. We're going to set them down. Okay, so our final set is the fly. Figure out where you need to be. We're doing 15. I can't do 15s, so I'm going back to my 12s for this one. Okay, you ready? Final set for our chest at this time. Get those elbows out. Oh, my arms are so shaky. Keep it above your chest, not your face. Here we go. Open. Woo, 15. My arms are so shaky. 12. 10. 8. 6. 4. Oh my gosh. 3. Last one. 1. Oh, I'm a shaky mess. All right, getting rid of these guys. Sit up for a second, let's chat. I promised you a move, or at least one. We might fit in more than one. The front of our shoulders. This might be like one of my all-time favorite moves to get the front head, front cap of your shoulder. You need a lighter weight. I'm gonna do 5s. Some of you might be up into the 8 range, but this is something you wanna go down in weight substantially. You can always, once we get started, if you feel like you need to, okay? All right, so it's a front raise, lying down at this angle. If you don't have an angled bench, lie flat on the ground, okay? So my knuckles are towards the ceiling. I'm just gonna kind of sit on my heels. I like this positioning. You can sit on the floor if you want. We're just gonna raise straight up to about knee level. You don't need to come up in here, okay? So it's just this, that high. You ready to give it a try? Oh, here we go. Up. All right, one of my favorites. 12. 11. 10. 8. 7. 5. 4. 2. And 1. And rest. All right, we've got 2 more sets, similar to this one. So figure out where you need to be weight-wise. 5s are plenty for me for this one. Okay, next set, we're still going to attempt to do 15. You're going to lift up and touch them in front of your body, like across your hips. I got to brace myself for this one. This is a good one. Okay, same hand positioning. You might have to angle your weight slightly to clear your hips. That's cool. Ready? Here we go. Tap. Tap, so you're drawing a little half circle for 15, 14, 13. I'm gonna start screaming. 11, 10, 9, 8, 6, oh my gosh, 5, 4, 3, 1. Oh my gosh. My arms are dead. We still have one more set. Okay. I gotta breathe for a second. How about you? Oh. Final set. It's just gonna be that lift. Front lift. Only I want your weights in the hammer position. If your weights are getting to be too much, lift with the weights as long as you can, and then you can set them down and just give me thumbs up, all right? I think I'm gonna do it. We can do it. Okay. Straighten those arms out. Ready? Let's go. Lift. Lift. 15. 14. 12. 8. 7. 5. 4. 3. And 1. Man, oh man. Okay. let's sit up, shall we? Get away from that shoulder work for a second and throw in another bicep curl. But first, I gotta see how much time we have. Oh my gosh. Okay. Here's one of the main reasons I wanted to use our angle bench today. We're gonna use it for a one-arm curl. You need to go heavy. We're gonna sit behind the bench. So I don't know what I can curl with one arm on this bench, so I'm gonna drag my 15s and my 12s over, and I'm gonna show you the setup, and then I'm gonna tell you what to do if you do not have this type of setup. Okay, so we're gonna come down low. You're gonna support your elbow on your angle bench. We're gonna do a curl in this position, okay? If you do not have an angle bench, you can do it on a standing bench as well. Then you are gonna come to this position, and you're gonna do a curl leaning forward using your knee, okay? That's your option. This is gonna be lower right. You do 2 sets on each arm. So your first one, you can kind of play around with where you, weird nagging injuries, just not worth it. Don't hurt your knees, kneel on something soft. We got time. Okay, I'm gonna start out with a 15, we'll see how it goes. Choose your arm, you're gonna do one and then the other. I'm gonna start with my left, and we'll see how this goes. So if you're using a bench like me, you need to get down pretty low. You want your chest down really low, and you're just using the bench to support your elbow, okay? All right, well, let's see how it goes, right? Here we go. Up. Now, once you start curling, you're gonna discover kind of a sweet spot for you. Basically, keep curling. Once your gravity is pulling your arm down, so you don't need to live there. Here's another tip. I told you, test it out, okay? It's all right to move around. If your surface is driving your elbow crazy, grab a pillow, grab a towel, and add a little bit of padding, which I am gonna do. Okay, we've got change something if you're not. All right, 12, that is telling me all the difference. 10, don't keep doing something that's not working for you. 9, 8, 7, 6, you can fold up a mat, throw your sweatshirt under your elbow. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, I'm gonna set this guy down. We're gonna switch to the other side. I got a hair in my mouth. If you need some extra padding, don't suffer through it. Throw something under your elbow if it's hurting, okay? All right, other side. 15s, we're feeling good. Get yourself set up, here we go. Oh, this is quite the weight for me, so my arm's like wobbling all over the place. 15, 14, 12, 10, 8, 7, 5, 4, 2, last one. 1. Okay, guys. So on our final set, again, if you don't have a setup like this that's working for you, you're gonna be going in like this. When I was doing it without this towel, it was really bothering my elbow, and this was a whole new world. So if you have a pillow or a sweatshirt or something nearby, grab it. Final set, we're gonna be in the hammer curl position. Same thing, other than your hand's in a slightly different position. I want you to be maxing out. We're gonna do 15, all the weight you can stand. Okay, and that for me is a 15. All right, I'm gonna get down here low. Hammer position. Here we go. So 15, 14, 11, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah! All right. We're moving on to final arm. All right, am I stable? Most definitely not, but hopefully my bench is. Okay. Get in that position, because I got one more move I want to be able to fit in here. Ready? Let's do it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Why is my right arm harder? Ugh. Ugh. Ah! 5 more. Ugh. 3. Last one. 1. Oh, where's our time? Okay, we got time, guys. I get to show you 2 more. Here's how we're gonna end class. We're gonna do a 2-arm curl. We're gonna end with push-ups. We're gonna max out, okay? So that 15 was my complete and total. So I'm gonna go to 12s to do my 2-arm curl here, because I think that's gonna be about right for me. We're doing 1 set, don't be afraid to switch in the middle. I'm gonna keep my towel here. We gotta get low, okay? If you don't have an angled bench, just do standing curls. Okay, so we're gonna come forward. You gotta get low, right? Chest low, prop your elbows up. Let's do it. Find the sweet spot. You only need to curl up until gravity is taking over. My biceps are so shaky. Ah! All right. 12, 11, 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. 1. Oh, we made it through the curls. Okay. Only one thing left to do. Push up. We're done. I'm gonna come over here. Time to. So you're gonna do as many push-ups as you can until you're maxed out, as fast as you can. I already kind of know where I'm at because this is the 3rd set we've done. So I am gonna count myself out for 15, and being the final set, I know the 15 is gonna be a push. That'll get me there. I'll be lucky to do 15. Okay, you ready? Get a drink. If you have to go, crank them out right now. Okay. Let's do it. Ready? Down. 3, 2, last one. That's definitely my max. That brings us to the end of our upper body day. Great job. I'm gonna take just a quick second to stretch out. I think I'll do it standing. But my arms are feeling fairly toasty, so I'm feeling good about it. Hopefully you guys are too. Let me know if you finished this workout. Let me know if there was something you loved or hated. But let's stretch the front of our shoulders to start with, because we have a lot of work there. At the end of class here, I gotta catch my breath. All right, then we're gonna bring our arms in front, press our knuckles forward, tilt your chin down, breathe. And then nice shoulder stretch I haven't done in a long time. It used to be just kind of like a staple, but let's bring that arm across to relax your shoulder. Oh, my stretching, I think I've mentioned this before, has really been lacking lately because I was really spoiled for years and I taught yoga. And so I just got all my stretching in that way. And I haven't been teaching, and so even the little bit of stretching that I've been doing, it's not even close to what I need. So whenever we stretch, I'm like, oh, I need to stretch more. Relax that shoulder. Let's see, I can tell. What are you saying, Courtney? You have a great weekend too, Courtney. Thank you for working out with me. Relax our arms. We're gonna roll them back. And then roll them forward. Arms up, big reach, interlock your fingers, reach up to the ceiling, and then slowly bring those arms down, pressing away from you. Hold there at about chest level. Tilt your chin down. May as well loosen up that neck just a little bit, right? And relax. All right, I'll get the schedule up shortly for next week, and do something fun this weekend. Do something just because not because you have to do it, just because you think it's fun.